And now we get a peek at some of the top players here for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready to go in the booth. We hope you're ready to go at the controls. Let's play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken. A knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Running, but not a lot to show for it. They stop him shy of the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Three yards to go on 2nd down. A give to Howard. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On first, they go right back to Howard. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And now back out comes the offense. The play clock's running down. Powers through. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Play clock winding down. Back to throw. Moon. He completes it to Julio Jones. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Six yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a handoff here to his running back. A big hit. Knocked down sideways, right at the line of scrimmage.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was nothing there for him.
Looking to throw. Moon. And that is incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Operating from the gun. Moon. This is caught. It's Cooks. 18 yards there, down to the 18 and a 1st down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Sacramento football here to begin the 2nd. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. Back to throw. Moon. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And a give this time to the tailback. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. An 8-yard touchdown run. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
They want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Rodgers now on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Hey, 50.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A good comeback there after the penalty, 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Good gain last play. This time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And that will force a turnover on downs. And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning. And now here's a carry heading left. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he'll give it here to his running back, down to the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. From the gun on 3rd down. Moon over the middle. That's caught by Ross. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet. Get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, this from 39. And this one is right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Gets around him. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him, right at the 20. And out now come the Cowboys. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Luke Kuechly in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gonzalez. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks around the 37. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Throwing is Rodgers. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. He sets to fire deep. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. That's it for the first. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Julio Jones from 13 yards out. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Bailey now to kick this one away. Set to return. This is Brandon Cooks. And, a good hit there and knocked down hard at the 21-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a handoff here to his running back. Not much room to run. Just gets it to the 35 after showcasing his tough running. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Second down following the run. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. To throw on second down. Moon looking deep for Julio. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
To throw on third down. Moon. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Time running out here on the play clock. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Wasn't able to get anything. No gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it. And that's exactly what he tried to do on that play. But it didn't gain him any yardage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage, but make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Moon, flush to his right. It's caught. Jones. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And the play clock's running down. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down. Oh, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. On 3rd down, Moon. The left side completion to Jones. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So they're operating in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
319!
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Now he'll throw deep left side. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off around the 41. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.